My name is Fehintola Foluso Onaguruwa, a leadership and business coach. Born almost 50 years ago into a polygamous family, I'm the ninth child in a family of 16 children. I grew up knowing my mother as a teacher and my father a retired policeman. He actually retired the year I was born, and then he took up his personal business. He went into trading of cement and he was also into haulage business. I grew up observing both of them. Then when I was 16, my mom retired as a teacher and she died 6 months after her retirement. It came as a shock to everybody. Our last born was just 10 years old. 2 years after her death, we were paid her gratuity. Then I was 18. It was a lot of money, 15,000 naira, but she left 6 children. It baffled me because I saw all the paperwork that my father and my senior sister had to go through, probate registry and all of that, before that money was paid. And so the question came to me, how far will 15,000 naira take 6 of us if my father was not a responsible man? And so the questions started coming to my mind. There were things I could not discuss with anybody, but I was observant. In that same year when I was 18, I was already in my final year in the School of Nursing, Ogun State School of Nursing, Ijebu to be precise. I was recruited into the Nigerian military at the age of 18 when I was in the final year in the Ogun State School of Nursing, Ijebu. They interviewed 60 of us and I was lucky to be among the 2 that were recruited. We were recruited with a lot of promises, and it was supposed to be a very beautiful career, a bright future ahead. But like it happens to all of us, I worked very hard for 7 years, but I was not sure of my promotion. I was not sure of where my 30-year career would lead me, and I looked around me at people that have spent 30 years in the job. I did not like the picture that I saw. I wanted to be the deciding factor of what will happen in my life. I wanted to take my destiny in my hands. I want to be able to predict what will happen to me. I have a picture of a kind of life I would love to live. I also observed that taking up a military career might affect my home in the future because of the postings up and down. I therefore sat down after 7 years and reviewed my life. Then I was age 25. I then took a decision to leave, which I did in March 1993. And from then, I didn't even know what next to do. I just knew I wanted to be in control of what would happen to my life. I didn't want the same thing that happened to my mother to happen to me. And the only thing to do was to take the decision by myself, and that I did. Fast forward till today, 23 years later, I realized that taking that decision has been the best thing I could have ever done. And today, I'm better off for it. My father died at the age of 90. He left 12 houses for us as a legacy. But I tell you, as I speak, we are not having an income of 1 million naira per month, which queries the kind of legacy we can leave for our children. Those things that used to be very, very viable are no more viable. The industries that used to generate money before are no more working. Therefore, we need to look at what works. We're in the 21st century. A lot of things have changed around us. In the whole world, things have changed. And therefore, we also need to review the kind of decisions we always take. Today, I have paid the price. I have built a residual income. I have built wealth for generations. And now, I don't have to work again for life. All I do now is mentor other people that will be interested in choosing the life they want to live. I call it life by design. You are the architect of your own life. you have to take the decision. You have to sit at a drawing board and bring out your pencil and paper and design. What do I want my life to look like in 5 years? Where do I want to be in the next 10 years? If money is not an issue, what kind of car would you like to drive? Which location would you like to live in? Who do you want to be your next door neighbor? And what kind of schools would you want your children to go into? You need to identify the life you want, and then you can chart a course that will take you from where you are now to where you would like to be. In 1999, I came across this beautiful industry, but my first outing in that industry, I paid school fees. I call it school fees because that was my fees to learn what will not work. In my first outing and in the first 1 year, I invested and lost ₦500,000, which was borrowed from a cooperative society. I burnt my fingers because there was no proper mentoring, but I've always loved to read. I came across a book concerning the industry. I read the book through and I realized that we did not do it properly. I took a decision that whatever it will take, I could see some people succeed in that industry. I also want to succeed. So in July 2000, I went out to meet some mentors, spoke to them, asked questions, realized what we did not do well, and realized that that industry is quite big and is an industry where people are actually succeeding. I took a decision that if others are succeeding in this industry, I will also succeed. Based on that decision, in late July 2000, I was introduced to another company within the same industry, and I tell you, it's been a beautiful journey. Based on my first outing and the experience I gathered, I was able to correct all the wrongs, and today I have a proven system. Today, I have worked and built a residual income in this viable industry, and to my surprise, it's the industry of the 21st century. If you are operating in an industry where technology is taking away your job, then you need to have a rethink. The industry I work in, technology is enhancing our job and it's helping us to increase income. As we speak, I have worked with hundreds of people. I have mentored them because I went ahead, I paid the price. And now it's easy for me to guide others. I can tell you where the loopholes are. I can tell you how to overcome the challenges. All it requires is your readiness to grow. You become a better person. You become the kind of person that others will want to work with. And today, I'm not yet 50. I can tell you I'm in retirement. All I do now is mentor other people. You need 2 to 5 years of consistent work to make it. Like building any other business, you must have a system in place. But once you have the system running, you can then just maintain. Once the foundation is properly laid, you can look at this kind of rewards. Will it depict the kind of picture you want? 1, enjoy good health for you and your family. I bet you, when your income increases, you're able to afford a good standard of living. You'll be able to eat well and you'll be able to live well. Secondly, you'll begin to enjoy international holidays. Maybe twice a year, you go with your spouse, renew your marriage vows all the time. It makes everybody happy. I'm sure you have dreams of visiting some countries. If you don't have them, I appeal to you. Bring those dreams back. Write them out. Go on the internet, search out which countries would you like to visit with your family. You enjoy brand new car. There are brand new cars everywhere. They don't have 2 heads. Everybody can bring back that dream. There's a lot of difference between driving a brand new car and driving a used car. I can tell you, for the past 12 years, I've been driving brand new cars. It's a different experience. You can also share dividends with your corporate partners. That's like investing sweat equity. It's not until you bring out money to buy shares. With your sweat equity, you become a stakeholder in the business, in the industry. And then you will have built a lasting legacy for your children. So many things that our fathers regarded as legacy are no more viable today. There are so many families where they made money in the Industrial Revolution, but because that era is gone, most of them cannot support the money they made. And so today you find a lot of those families are no more even relevant. So you want to build a legacy that will last. The young ones growing up now will be facing worse challenges than we are facing, because at that time our population is going to be on the increase and a lot of jobs will be lost. So we need to teach our children entrepreneurship. We need to sit down as a family and design what do we want our tomorrow to be like. I tell you, we have worked with many families to change the course of their lives, and today they're better off for it. Which schools would you want your children to attend? It's not impossible. You only need to see it with your inner eyes, and we'll show you what to do to achieve those results. I'm sure you would like for us to work with you. Please contact us.